Today's video brought to you by Bakugan HQ 1998. Major thanks for hooking me up with these figures, man. Greetings, programs. Welcome back to ArcNeo Reviews. Pardon my voice. I'm a little under the weather right now, but still wanted to get a couple videos out. Anyone who doesn't know, just fast announcement, I've started just randomly live streaming just because I can. So I'm trying to make it 5:30s on Fridays is actually like a scheduled, reliable stream. But then, obviously, if you turn on notifications for the channel, you'll know whenever I decide, hey, I'm bored, let's stream again. So, stop by, hang out for a while, whatever. But, next two videos are going to be a little weird because I'm doing a couple double reviews. So you've already clicked on it. You know what I'm looking at in this video. We're looking at Blackarachnia, as well as the Blackarachnia repaint from the Worlds Collide box set. I do not have the entirety of the box set. I only have the two for this video and next video. So you will not be seeing all four of them. You're just going to see these two. But yeah, talk about the normal release first. Here we've got our Kingdom Blackarachnia figure, which, as usual with Blackarachnia figures, I'm going to have to say, not the greatest alt mode, but at the same time, it's not like there's a lot you can do better. This is one of those things where the designers really kind of have a problem on their hands with what the alt mode actually is. As you can see, nice bits of detail all over this figure. Little sculpted details going all the way down the legs. Nice bits of paint where you need it. Second set of eyes on her butt because, well, of course, she needs eyes on her butt. Weapon storage is fairly clean, actually. I will give props, but be aware that trying to get this weapon stored in this mode can completely destroy the alt mode. You've got two little slots right there in the back of her wrists and two little tabs that stick out on the underside of this weird gun thing that has a microphone on the end, apparently. Yeah, this thing, it is not the easiest to get it lined up and get it plugged in. And a lot of times when you're doing that, you will put just enough pressure on the arms and everything to actually start popping them out of, transformation. So this is very much a handle with care alt mode. Overall looks pretty decent. I actually like the way that this part, just the little bit of the hand sticks out of the back, does a pretty good job of acting like spinnerets. Like, I think that's what they're called, but, the actual thing on a spider's butt where the web comes out, that's actually a pretty nice detail. A little bit of posability in this mode, too. This section of the legs is on a hinge, so you can move all four legs together right there. And then the second joint of each leg is on its own ball joint. So you end up with fairly decent range of motion. It will take a while to get any kind of pose made, simply because you have a lot of things to line up here to get the pose to work, but overall, pretty good. But I do have to say, the alt mode's not as good on the Worlds Collide version. This obviously could just be an issue with the one that I got, but funny enough, a few of the joints are actually a little bit tighter than they were on the standard retail release. And those tightened joints actually make it so that this mode does not want to stick together. Just all kinds of points where things are supposed to tab in and lock in will not lock in. The weapon will barely stay tabbed in, and that's because, unlike this one where it's molded in yellow and then they painted the copper, I'm not sure which color they molded it in, but the black is painted on. And these tabs being a little bit bigger means I got a lovely little stress mark right here on the wrist from the very first time I tried to plug the weapon in for storage. So if you get this version, beware. And I'm not the only one who's had this happen. I've talked to multiple people. They've got this problem where this version does not hold together well. So if you're getting this one, probably just keep her in robot mode. Otherwise, yeah, all the same articulation, same little faux spinnerets out the back. I do really like this like metallic blue dry brush on the black plastic. It looks really nice. A little bit of extra paint there on the face too to help pull out the little spider fangs. Yeah, they did some nice work with this one. It's just a shame that, again, they tightened joints, and that made it not work as well. It's weird, but yes, it can happen. But anyway, let's go ahead, get these two in their robot mode. Okay, so here we've got Blackarachnia in her robot mode, and yeah, this mode is definitely the mode that Hasbro put all their love and attention into. Right off the bat, really detailed, really nice head sculpt. See, the mouth is a different color than the rest of the face plate. Got a little touch of red there, black eyes. Just really nicely sculpted. Fairly clean, actually. This one panel is really the only kibble you've got. I mean, yes, obviously she still has all the spider legs hanging off of her, but A, she's got that in the show, like every version of the show that's ever had her in it. And B, you can use these and pose them in ways that they feel useful on the robot, I guess is the best way to put it. Like, they feel like they have some kind of point here. Little Predacon insignia on her chest, weird chest details, because this is... Let's be perfectly honest here. We're adult collectors. This is the hardest to explain figure that you're probably going to get while collecting standard, mass market Transformers. I find it really funny that they just went so hard with making her like the way they did. I'm trying not to get weird about it. It's one of those things, there's no good ways to talk about it without it sounding awkward. But yeah, they wanted Blackarachnia to be hot, and they just went for it. And it's a hard to explain figure sometimes, but it's still a really cool looking figure. Posability on her is really good, actually. There's actually a joint down there for the neck that goes up and down, as well as the head itself being on a ball joint. So you get a pretty good range of expression, as well as just different posing potential, obviously. Shoulders can rotate all the way around. They can move all the way out and up even. You can rotate the spider legs wherever you want to get them out of the way, as well as you've got a hinge right there above the elbow as well. Decent elbow joint. Nothing for the wrist, but I mean that elbow joint kind of makes up for that there. Nothing at the waist due to how she transforms, unfortunately, but pretty good leg articulation. She can kick forward, kick back, do the splits and then some. You do have a rotation right there for the thigh as well. Double jointed knee, adjustable knee spike. Foot can go down and up. Ankle tilt. Overall, really well done. You do still get some ports here on the bottom of the feet for, combining her with a weaponizer or a fossilizer or something. I kind of wish there would have been a peg on the back as well, but I can understand why they didn't want to screw up, the spider details. She's turning into a Black Widow. You've got to have the red detail on the back. I get it. There is a rounded out section right here, so despite the weird hands, she does have, perfectly normal 5mm peg compatibility for holding weapons, which is nice. So yeah, the normal figure already really cool, if not a little hard to explain. But then you get to the Worlds Collide version, and they gave her a leopard print bikini for some reason. Yeah, that I don't get it. Okay, I partially get it. I'm aware. This is more how the original figure looked before the actual Beast Wars cartoon and stuff. So it's toy accurate, even though it's a new toy. That's its own weird discussion. I do actually really like this head though. The full battle mask looks awesome. Similar enough to the new face that you still, it's still obvious that it's the same character, despite how different it looks. Little random tiger stripes on her calves down there. The colors on this one are ridiculous. I actually do. I do have to say I prefer this one. The look overall. I know this isn't what she looked like in the show. That's what you get the mass market one for. This one is just so over the top and 90s, which, hello, I was born in 91. I am a 90s kid. I appreciate the ridiculous 90s-ness of this. However, really quick here, just say I did give her weird crossbow thing, tiger stripes on her claws there too, apparently. But the big thing that people are doing with these is making their Blackarachnia look like the masterpiece Blackarachnia. The way you do that is quite simple. We're going to actually do some parts trading here, so I guess you're witnessing me do a custom job. Just going to undo this mushroom peg on the legs. Same thing over here. Being very careful not to actually damage things in this process. Wow, this one is on a lot tighter. Come on. There we go. And let's go ahead. Pop in the new spider legs, put the hand back on, and there you go. That is actually the mod that everyone is doing with this new, now that this repaint is out. Here you get kind of a comparison, see what it looks like normally versus what the mod looks like. And really quick here, go ahead and do the same on this one. I do have to say, yes, I like what the mod does actually for both figures. It makes the orange on this one stand out more by removing some of it, which makes what little there is matter more. And this one, I mean, it makes it look like the masterpiece figure, which is always a bonus. So, a little bit of a weird video, I know. It's a weird figure that it gets awkward to try to explain, but overall, yeah, alt modes are the alt mode's iffy on this mold, but the robot mode is really nicely done. And if you can get the alt mode, to hold together well, it's a pretty cool looking alt mode. I know a few people that genuinely don't even like it, simply because it looks too much like an actual spider. So they did something right there. It can actually hit people's arachnophobia. So, as usual, take it for what you will. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.